Hi guys, this is Richard Walker from Lucidate. Here's a very quick walkthrough of a demo generative AI application that I built this afternoon for our competition. To give you a heads up on what the app will do, it will research a given topic. It will come up with some SEO optimized keywords and long tail keywords. It'll write an article using readily available information, use AI agents to scour the web for up-to-the-minute information to enhance the article, and finally, as AI can be prone to hallucination, it will fact check all the content that it's written and come back with citations and references for the facts in the document in the form of links to foundation material from reliable sources like the IMF and the Bank of England. All of this in a little under a minute. Now, it's pretty off-brand for me or for Lucidate to talk about AI versus humans. Lucidate is all about how AI assists and augments people in capital markets, making knowledge workers more productive, not about slashing jobs. So the debate around AI versus humans rather than AI augmenting human behaviour is misplaced from my perspective, but that doesn't mean we can't have a bit of fun with the competition. So I enter it in that spirit. As promised, here's a very simple app that will do several things. Firstly, it will learn a document style. It uses a technique called one-shot learning. If you're unfamiliar with that, then all it is showing a large language model a single example of something you want it to copy with some instructions on how to copy it, and it does a great job of complying with the voice, the tone, the tense, the layout, etc. So I think in the competition, we're probably going to be looking at a blog. In this example, I've put together a different type of style guide. This is kind of like a research article. So perhaps a little more formal in tone and layout than a blog, but you can drag in any type of document and the AI will learn the layout and the style. You can see here the layout of this document, including subheading structures that summarize the content that follows to guide the reader through the research piece. There's a disclaimer at the end and some boilerplate text. The AI will pick all of this up and include it in a way that mimics this document in its final output. So that covers how the AI is going to lay out the final document, but what's it going to write about? Well, we need some content, and frankly, any old content will do. You can just instruct it to write about commodity markets in the light of geopolitical instability, and it'll do a great job of that. But I'm going to set it a bit more of a challenge. The use case here is that I'm going to pull up a bunch of material that's rich in content, but is often thrown away. All of our firms have email threads, meeting minutes, chat logs that may be teeming with great and up-to-the-minute information and insights, but they're often discarded and never used again. I'm going to use this information to prime the AI with some great materials as a foundation for this document. In this case, I've got some meeting minutes. You can see here this is a group of people at an investment bank discussing UK macroeconomics, macro indicators, the UK housing market, international trade, that sort of thing. The information here is the latest thinking in the firm from subject matter experts. Next up, some chat logs between a couple of bright people, a portfolio manager and an analyst. Again, the subject matter here is UK monetary and fiscal policy. And finally, here's an email thread between two senior professionals. Again, recent discussions on UK economics. So while the subject matter is the same, there's a variety of formats and a variety of opinions for the AI to get stuck into. There's a user configurable prompt here. You can prompt the AI to do what you want. I've set this as the default prompt, telling the AI to use the style of the style guide, to reference the keywords when fleshing out the document, paying attention to titles and headlines, and to use the rich unstructured content pieces as the basis for writing its very own article. So to begin, let's drag the content into the application and kick it off. The first thing it will do is read the content data, in this case the meeting minutes, chat logs and email thread, to figure out what this is all about, and then do some SEO optimization. For this document, it wants the top level keywords, which it will predominantly place in titles and section headings, as well as the most relevant long tail keywords, which it can use in the main content, along with the top level keywords, of course. This is interfacing to an SEO service, Data for SEO. And there's a whole ton of information that it's looking at, as you can see in this multi-sheet workbook that it's pulled back. The app can display a subset of this long tail keyword information in a table, and you can choose what fields are most relevant to you. Now, I'm no SEO expert, so I'm just going to go with the AI's recommendations for keywords and long tail keywords. But an SEO expert might want to choose different keywords at this juncture. What it will then do is write an article based on the content provided, copying the style of the style guide. I hope you can see here that it's followed the style guide pretty faithfully, and it's including the keywords as liberally as good taste permits. So we're off to a great start. But just restricting the article to information generated internally from emails, meeting minutes, etc. seems a little limited. So I've asked the AI to research the subject a little deeper. This is an example of something called REACT prompting. REACT stands for reasoning and action. In this case, I've prompted a second LLM to come up with some related questions to research the subject matter more forensically. I've told this second LLM that the questions it comes up with must start with phrases like detailed analysis and in-depth review, so that the questions will encourage a deeper dive on this subject. These questions are then posed to a third LLM that will carry out the reasoning and action prompting task. You can see the result of this reasoning and action in the console to the right. Slow down the video if you like to see the steps that the LLM is going through. Effectively, it's prompting itself to get more information from the internet. I've given the LLM a few tools to use like Bing, Google and Tavily Search. Tavily is a search engine designed specifically for up-to-the-minute internet searches by AI agents, and as you can see, it's leaning on that quite a bit. The result of this search is some additional related up-to-minute information, but this time based on search queries for related information. And again, it's using the style guide and the SEO optimized keywords in the document. And then finally, because AI is prone to hallucinate, a final LLM reads the original generated piece along with the enhanced copy and performs some fact checking. Here are 5 areas that this final LLM felt needed validating, and it's brought back 3 references for each, which have been added to the document body. Seeing if the Bank of England is at a critical juncture in monetary policy is validated with a recent BOE monetary policy report. Similarly, the IMF provides some corroborating material on the role of inflation expectations in monetary policy. So, in summary, we've got an application that is in no way designed to replace creative writing. Is the generated content from this app as good as anything that can be generated by an agency? Not at all, far from it, but it's a creditable foundation and a really great first draft. From SEO optimization and keyword search through to initial drafting, enhancing and fact checking, this is a great tool for getting the grunt work done and allowing the professional creative writer to spend more time on the value added part of their role rather than the laborious bit. Naturally, keen to hear your thoughts. It will be great to get together soon to discuss this some more. Thanks.